This was first printed, the elements were first printed in 1482, so they were actually printed before Columbus got here, 10 years before. There's been over 1,000 printed editions. And if you think about that, that's a lot of different editions, and I couldn't find out how many runs they were, but I'm sure there's been over 1 million copies of this book floating around. The other thing is, it was one of the first books printed. Now, depending on what you think of the Bible, if you think of it as a bunch of books, like it's defined as a bunch of books, I could make it down to what, maybe the 60th one printed. But if you think of the Bible as 2 different volumes, then it would make it number maybe in the 3, 4, 5. Or if you think of it as one book, maybe it's 2, 3, 4, 5. I couldn't find that out, but I just know that the Bible is actually a whole bunch of books put together into 2 volumes, put together into one big collection. But of course they didn't mention that. It influenced both people in fields of mathematics. Scientists such as Galileo and Isaac Newton were some of the scientists our author mentioned in the book. And if you think about it, geometry, as far as these 2 guys, they did a lot with planets and physics and all sorts of things. So the geometry part of it was very important to their studies. So it's no wonder they were influenced by
Euclid?
Huh?
Euclid?
Euclid. Mine went blank. Philosopher and logistic Brendan Russell had a little quote, and I was going to remember it, and I forgot it, and I didn't bring my book up. I have it highlighted in our book, and it's a really great quote. And then the elements had been used in education curriculum for centuries. It's like, you know, you come in here and we're taking math, and the first thing we have to do on our book order is to buy these 13 books. And then we spend the next 5 years studying them. I hope we got rid of all the other side. Elements has been a foundation of a lot of things we do in mathematics, and we don't even, I for one didn't realize it even existed. I knew about Euclid. I know why we call it Euclidean geometry. It's actually named after him. But I didn't realize that there was a book attributed to a guy named Euclid from 350 BCE, and that's where all our principles are coming from that we're using. I mean, I remember sitting in geometry and the whole concept that, you know, here's a line and here's a point, it defines a plane, or 3 points define a plane. That's something that I didn't touch on, but that's one of the principles, or one of the derivatives he came up with. And then I was wondering about, like, space. There's a point and a plane defines space. Those are all questions that I came up with reading through this and doing the research. It's a very interesting book, set of books, and they are available on Amazon if you're interested in actually buying one or just doing your preview thing. I would really encourage each and every one of you to at least look at a couple pages of it, the translation, and see how it fits into your study of mathematics. Or if you're going on teaching, you could throw in some of these trivia questions to your sophomores when you come to them in geometry, like, who decided that 2 points makes a line? Where did that come from? Is it actually written down? So do a little bit more studying on it and enjoy your research through it.